So this series is called Behind the Craft. We're going to be making some friendship bracelets while we just chat. I'm going to write...
Okay, I'll hide your examples.
Bougie Baby.
Okay.
Because that's my fave album right now.
Thank you so much.
I've been really enjoying listening to the whole album. Did it feel like a collection, or was it like a fuck it, let's do it. Let's keep writing. Let's keep going.
There's a little bit of both, I think, because I am a crazy girl. So sometimes I'm just like, yeah. On Bougie Baby, there's some songs that I wrote in my early songwriting days and also kind of in the middle, like let's say when she was hitting puberty, like like in terms of like music journey, puberty vibes. You know, because it's like, oh, you go from like bebe-chan when you're starting out. And then some were written during COVID as well, so I feel like that's more recent. And then, yeah, I felt like the songs that I curated to be in Bougie Baby, they just fit together. They had that sort of string tying them together about self-love and also crushing on a baddie, and also some things that kind of hint towards insecurity. So to me, it was more like late bloomer, coming of age vibes.
And how involved are you in the production process?
I wish I had a mad producer ear, but unfortunately I don't have that producer capacity, so I am very much following that hip-hop pipeline of that collaborative process. It's like the producer is a very big part of the track, and I'm there and I bounce off the energy of the producer, and then I just write my lines and my melodies, and then I always do think of the visuals after that and what I'm gonna wear, because I'll design shit through Yellow Girl and then I'll dress it, so I have the overarching vision for the other stuff. But I actually really have my hats off to all producers, and shout out the producers who worked on that album. T, he was the executive producer, and like he's the first producer I've ever worked with. He's my songwriting mentor as well, so it was amazing to have him be a part of it. And obviously Tucker and Pokari Sweat from 1300. I just usually let people do their thing because I totally trust my team, and I just want other creatives to have fun if they're a part of my process. But if you're saying like involvement in the songwriting, I want to do that 100%. It's more authentic if it's your own words.
A rapper with a ghostwriter?
Look, I'm not going to shade people who wanted to come out with the hits and, you know, they just happen to have writers, because I get it, sure, a collaborative process. But for me, I don't ever want to do that. And I don't ever want to go back on my word. The moment I feel like I've run out of shit to say, I might pull Andre 3000, you know, I just might become a instrumentalist or like a...
Bye, guys.
I just don't want somebody to fully take my pen, I think.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. It seems like you're pretty passionate about that. Just quickly, how do you spell bougie the way that you spell it on your album?
It's like, there's so many iterations of that spelling. But B-O-U...
Yeah.
J-E-E.
J-E-E. Okay.
Bougie. Are you going to tell me to use it in a sentence? It was giving spelling bee. It was.
Is that... Yeah, use it in the sentence.
The sentence is, I'm not a princess, I'm not a queen.
Oh my gosh. Bibbidi, bobbidi, bougie,
bitch. That is the sentence of the day.
Love that. I think if you're someone who prides himself on being so open with working with collaborators, you really do feel like inspiration can come from anywhere. And sometimes it's really empowering to lean on other people and what they can bring. Totally.
And specifically for the hip-hop genre, that's how it's always been. You know, the dancers, you know, the block parties, like the DJs, the MCs, like it's always been a community culture. Yeah. So I think, you know, to bring that forward, and even the idea of sampling, it's like you're shouting out the greats before you, you know, you're paying homage, and it's like you're leaning on them too. So I feel like that's a really big part of hip-hop and R&B culture. I endorse that. I really, really endorse that community group, you know, hand-to-hand vibe. I'm a really big believer of inspiration coming from everywhere. One should never, ever shut off channels. It's like it can come up in a conversation, it can come when you're taking a shit, and you're having a random thought to yourself.
Yeah, happens to me all the time.
Yep, comes up in the shower, comes up when you're watching a movie, when you're listening to another track, when you're listening to your favorite artist's album.
Are you one of those people that's like constantly got the notes out?
Oh my God, yeah. Literally when I was talking to you before, I put something down in my notes app. Because I was like, oh my God, I just said
Inspiration
something.
hits.
Yeah, exactly. So I always take them sound bites, or like sometimes if I have a random idea and I'm thinking like, oh, I don't know if this fits anywhere, but I'll still record it down because I might sample that and flip that later or something. I don't know. Inspiration comes from everywhere and I just don't shut down ideas. You can call me an ideas hoarder.
Great,
if you will.
I will. Yeah.
Sometimes it does make me sad that some of the children won't get to see the same light of day. It's like I birthed you out of my
you
OC.
have to pick favorites. Like,
Yeah,
no.
I birthed you out of my brain OC and you get nothing.
Brain OC.
You get nothing.
Do you have like a favorite lyric that you've written that you're like, yeah, that went hard?
Yeah, but it's unreleased and I like surprises.
Oh, okay.
So,
alrighty.
Yeah, I like surprises. But there's some random standout lines that I sometimes like for songs. This is such an unintelligible one, but It Never Got You, which is also another really cute song that wasn't a single, but it's just such a cute song and I love to perform it too. Never Got You, there's a line at the end of the first verse that's like, if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? I kind of like what we had going on. So what's going on? Like, that's just a really fun thing to say. T was saying, oh my God, you sound like college dropout Kanye when you say that. And I was like, oh my God. So I just love that. I love that there's that link of the influences. Yeah. I like the imagery in medicine. Yeah. And I like that I was able to use medical jargon. Yeah. I was pretty proud of myself because Mama, I didn't make it to medical school, but I wrote a song with medical jargon.
I tried, yeah. That's so good. Well, I think listening to your album, I feel like something that really shined through was like you really seem like you're having a lot of fun when you're performing. And you add a lot of characterization. Like you make weird noises and you kind of yell and stuff. And it makes like your personality really shine through. Was it just second nature to do that, or did it take a little bit of convincing yourself to be like, I guess, take up space in that way?
I guess it has to be natural, right, for one to do that. So true. Right? So I guess I always had a little bit of, she's giving a little bit of My Hero Academia, like quirks, like, oh, there's some quirks. Yeah, in terms of ad-libbing, I always loved to do that and come up with different harmonies whenever I'm singing along the songs or when I'm performing. I really like to change it and make it different every time I do it. Whenever I was in the studio earlier on, when you're up with the mic, and sometimes when it's just you and the producer, you can get a bit shy. But when I first worked with Tucker, he was like, no, you should just do the ad-libs, just go for it. I was like, oh shit, yeah, I can do this. I should just let go. Like, I literally do this in my room anyway, and I literally do this on stage anyway. Yeah, ever since then, I'm like, yeah, fuck it. I just 100% do me in the booth. And like, whenever it comes time for ad-libs, I'll just make as many weird sounds as I want.
I love that. Well, thank goodness, because it like adds so much dimension to the songs, you know?
I agree.
It brings people into what you're saying. You know, it makes them feel like they're having a conversation with you as you're venting about something, rather than you just like in this separate music world to them, where it's like passively listening. You know what I mean? Well, I first came across your music with NASCAR. How do you feel like your music and MUNGMUNG has changed since NASCAR?
This is a fun fact. You heard it here first. Play the R&B on. Fun fact, NASCAR was... It actually came about even a little bit after some of those bougie baby songs, technically in my writing and artist journey. So it's, if that gives you a little bit of a picture and if that answers your question, it's like I have these whole bunch of babies that are there and sometimes they just fit different projects, and
totally.
I feel like I'm open to things and happy to be experimental. But yeah, NASCAR is very poppy, and that was my first time, I think, hearing my voice over a hyperpop track, and obviously Tucker kills the hyperpop shit. And I was like, yeah, this is fun. I'm like, oh, so I can be that bitch. So I can be that like party gal, 365, if I wanted to. Yeah. If I really wanted to. So it's just fun to experiment with shit like that, and you don't realize that you could do that.
So you really just have to do it, and then your confidence with it is like, oh, okay.
That's right. I feel excited to share more of the soulful hip hop R&B stuff.
Yeah.
So it'll just, I guess, naturally from the pop stuff, you also hopefully hear more of those other deeper sides of me.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So do you feel like that's kind of the direction you want to head towards a little bit?
Yeah, I guess so. But I never want to shy away from the pop stuff because I think naturally my writing style leans into almost pop structures. Like I love a catchy chorus, I love a catchy hook.
Girl, your choruses are so catchy. Like I couldn't believe listening to this album how many hooks you had. And some songs had like 3 hooks.
I'm Captain Hook.
You're Captain Hook. It was really impressive. I think anyone who does songwriting knows that it can be really hard to know how to make a hook, but it honestly just feels like second nature with listening to your music. It's really interesting. I want to talk about Same Shit with our girl, Gems.
Yeah.
Collaborating in general, especially on someone else's song.
Yeah.
How do you approach that while making space for someone else's, like it's their platform, right? Yeah.
Well, it's exactly as you said, I give them space. So they're the boss of me and I just listen, I shut the fuck up and I listen to what they say. Usually I try to add more to the story.
Yeah.
It's literally like I'm the guest in the house, I took off my shoes, I came in to sit down and I'll do it. And then I'll just go along with whatever they say. Like play me the song and I'll let my soul do the thing.
Totally. I mean,
I think pen down.
I feel like that's really good advice for people, like if you're going into a collaborative project, you have to leave your ego at the door. Now, actually, I really liked the multimedia sort of stuff that you do. I know you say that it's the visual ideas come with the music.
Yeah.
But you had a little comic, right, with one of your songs.
Oh my God, yes. Yeah. Wait, if I pull a Nicki Minaj on you, she'll be like, which song? I'll be like, which one?
It's New Flame, something like that?
Yes. Yeah. What the You're like
Nadwa. I have to know.
Yeah. Nadwarina.
Yeah, Nadwarina.
Yeah.
That was sick. Do you think you want to do more stuff like that?
Yeah, the comic shit, the multimedia shit, like that was really fun. I did that because there was this story much more grand than what I could put forward at the time of release. Like if only I could do an old Hong Kong cinema film about this, assassin baddie who tries to kill this triad boss.
Don't say boss. You can't do it yet.
Perhaps.
Crunchyroll.
Oh my God, like a full Britney Spears Break the Ice situation, but turned into a series. Oh my God, imagine. Maybe I should add that to my list. Maybe...
the ever-growing list of creative projects.
Yeah. I always just talk shit and I know it's never going to happen. But let's just put it out in the universe. You know what? Crunchyroll, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for that Crunchyroll deal.
Send us an email if you're interested. Amazing. Well, thank you so much for hanging out and doing some beads with me. Do you want to show the camera what you've made?
She just had an assortment. It's Y2K Yellow Girl because she's a yellow girl.
Love that.